Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. I finally got it. The Vampire 2, the day we've all been waiting for. I'll tell you in a minute how I got it through the Research Bureau, but just take a look at this ship. Just look at the basic. It looks like basically a Daring. It's just Commonwealth instead of British. Pretty much the sister ship to the Daring. It looks exactly like it. Guns rotate 360, if you will. Or sorry, the rear turret does 360. The front turrets are still standard, but the fact that the rear turret can do 360s gives you that nose-in capability. Good HE shells, AP shells. Hey, again, before I begin and continue, like and subscribe, bell button if you guys like what we're doing here at the channel. Appreciate all those who supported us, helping us build a community, having a blast, shooting ships, sailing ships, learning about tactics, techniques, and procedures, and learning, and anything we can share with each other to become better and having a good time at the same time. So again, want to say thank you enough. Our next goal is 500 subscribers. So let's talk about the Vampire 2. This is the Commonwealth. I guess you could say Australia. Basically, the British gave, I guess, from the history, the Daring, class scout destroyers to the Australians or Commonwealth, and they turned it into this, the Vampire 2, which actually does exist. There's a picture on it. I think it just got posted on YouTube. Looks really awesome. I like the look of it, too. Just like gun turrets, the style, the play, it's awesome. You can notice I just launched the torpedoes there. So what the difference is there from the Daring in this, I have a video about the Daring, how I think it's a little bit better than the Vampire, but you know what I have to say? Spoiler alert right now, I'm just going to let you know, I think the Vampire 2 is really fun. It is really awesome for the game style that I play as well. And again, there's two different styles of gameplay with the Daring and the Vampire. Daring is more of like go in, hard charging, make mistakes, and so forth. The Vampire 2 is more like a ninja, kind of like the name says, kind of lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce on something, and really just be that stealthy with finesse kind of style destroyer. And I like them both. I like both styles of gameplay. It's really awesome. And I really enjoyed it. And I was really maybe skeptical or hesitant at first about it, but after playing about 7 rounds in it, I really, really like it. And I'll explain a lot of it throughout this video why. Now, how do I first attain this ship? Now, there's a strategy to getting this, and I think that's one of the downsides of it because it's hidden behind the Research Bureau, and it's really something that you got to really plan and strategize out how to get this thing. So if you don't know what the Research Bureau is, it's a special another currency that you got to do. Basically, if you have about, I think it's 5 tier 10 ship lines researched, then you can reset one of those lines. I reset the Hiragumo because reason why online it says that it's the cheapest for what you're supposed to do. So I reset the Hiragumo line. And before I talk about that, you notice I'm launching 1 rack. Again, it's different from the Daring. There's only 1 rack of torpedoes, but you can single launch these as well, and they go out to about 12 kilometers. So you get a little bit more range, less torpedoes than the Daring. So, and look at this rate of fire. I've built this full gunboat build. Not for full gunboat range, but more just fastest DPM you can get. As you see, I got Fearless Brawler, I got AR, I got Module 6 for reload, and just look at the reload on this thing. This thing is 1.8-ish second reload, and when AR kicks in, you are getting down to maybe like Smallen and Friesland levels with a 3rd turret. And I've been waiting for a destroyer that has something like this, and I think the next one I just did a video about is the Forrest Sherman, which has a 1.5 second reload, and you can get that even lower on 3 turrets. So we'll see. You notice I'm just withering away the Zeton down, and the single torpedoes are looking good and true. But how do you get this ship, Research Bureau-wise? The strategy is you reset a Hiragumo line. Now, to reset the Hiragumo line, you get 1 set of Research Bureau points. I think the maximum is 10,200 or 600, somewhere around that, about 10,000 basically. 10,000 for 1 reset. Now, but also you got to realize there's a modifier in there that gives you double bonus, and ooh, you get a nice torpedo hit, and boom, whammy. Kablammy. RIP back to Porty for the Zeton. Look at the power of that. This is our first time in the Vampire, and we're having a blast. Just being the stealthy little thing that's just shooting torpedoes, rapid firing guns, capping Bravo as well. Again, with finesse and stealth. It is fun. It's got one of the best concealments in the game. I would say the pros are stated to be similar to the Yo-Yang. It's about a 5.8 kilometer concealment, which is one of the best right there. So just letting you guys know about that. The speed and maneuverability are kind of standard. You can see it right there. It's got an engine boost. Yay. AA is not as great as any other DD. No, AA sucks right now altogether. But let's talk about the Research Bureau again. So right now, I had a modifier which gave me 2 times that of the Research Bureau points. So in 1 line, had 10,600 or 200, whatever it gives you for one resetting one Haruguma line. But since it had a bonus, it's that times 2. Now, the cool thing about the Research Bureau, it remembers what you had actually did and saved before actually grinding out and collecting those points. Now, what I mean by collecting, in order to collect those points, you actually have to repurchase the ship that you just reset. For example, if you reset the Haruguma line, you have to buy all the ships and research them all the way up to tier 10 Haruguma again. And that takes credits, and that takes free XP or whatever you want to call it, or actual grinding out. I've actually saved through all the winter events and everything. I didn't have to spend any money. Honestly, being truthfully honest, I didn't have to spend any money because through playing the game, I've collected so many of these flags and bonuses and everything that I actually racked up about 2 million free XP. So I kind of just said, okay, let me just save these for this moment right here. So I saved about 2 million free XP, which is about what you need to do what I'm about to do. So, and you can Google this online. It's online. It's public knowledge of how to reset a Haruguma line to get the maximum amount of Research Bureau points that you can get. Okay, and before I talk about that, look at the Akazuki. It is a tier 8, I believe, kind of like style Haruguma line is, gunboat for the Japanese Navy. And look at I'm out DPMing him. And again, stop sailing in straight lines, and you won't be faced with getting hit the whole time. You notice I'm juking the throttle back and forth. And boom! RIP back 40 for the Akazuki. And the reason why that worked well, because I was juking the throttle back and forth. I mean, one tactic right here is for you never to sail in a straight line, so a gunner can get a good lead on you and just kind of walk the shells and tracers onto the target. But if you juke the throttle left, right, back, forth, and move the ship that way, it throws off gunnery and it gives you the advantage of having shells miss you. And again, the Vampire also has the daring British-style acceleration. So they share that with the DDs, where you can accelerate, juke back forth pretty easily, especially if you build for acceleration mod. Now, going back to the Research Bureau, so since I already had a ×2 multiplier, and I basically waited until yesterday, which was the day that I believe every 3 months they give you another bonus multiplier. So they give you a ×2 every 3 months or so. So what you're supposed to do to get maximum points is I research the Bureau, the Haruguma, and reset it, and research it all the way back to Haruguma. So I have ×2 of 10,200 something-ish Research Bureau points, something like that. So now I have a total of about 20,000 something waiting for me. I haven't gotten it yet. I have the multiplier. Remember, I told you that the Research Bureau remembers what you're actually doing, or what you actually saved up. So I had a ×2 in there. And then yesterday, when it reset again, another multiplier dropped, and then I researched the refresh and reset the line of the Haruguma line again, and then I research it back all the way up again, and now I have ×4. If you missed that, remember it had ×2. Wargaming dropped another multiplier ×2 yesterday, and then I put them together, so 2 plus 2 is 4. So the computer system remembers that I have a 4x multiplier in that entire Haruguma line. So in theory, I have a total of 40,000 or whatever, 10,200 or 600 is ×4, so 40,800-ish something. So you're gonna get about 40,800 research points once you reset the entire Haruguma line from what I did there, ×2, and then you spend the free XP, which I did, 2 million. I researched the entire line Haruguma free XP, and then I purchased each ship starting at tier 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I actually went into co-op battle. So now that I own all those 5 destroyers and the Haruguma line, I take each one of them into a co-op battle real fast, kill myself fast, and let the team win. As soon as I win, they give you all those free XP points right off the bat. So I got, literally within a matter of an hour, all 40,000 Research Bureau points, and that's how I got it. Let me know if it makes sense. Comment below. Again, you can Google this. It's kind of free knowledge of how to maximize the Research Bureau points. I followed the directions, and it worked really, really well for me. I hope that helps somebody, honestly. If you have a better way, please let me know. We'd love to share this information with other people so we can help them get the best experience out of it. But you notice that the Vampire gameplay in the background, you can see right there. Now, the AA is kind of crap. It's okay. It shot down a, whatever, depth charge bomber, whatever, what do you do? But I've played against it against the CV and stuff, and like I said, standard AA, not the greatest. AA's broken and sucks anyways. But the gameplay style you see in here is more of a cap contester. I mean, that's what the Vampire's really good at. Best concealment, one of the best concealments in the game, 5.8. 5-kilometer hydro. Now, I don't really do the tactic yet of 5-kilometer hydro where you smoke up and you go in kind of like a Z-52 style where you're in smoke and you can spot destroyers within 5 kilometers. The problem I find with it is now with radar every day, and a lot of hydro and other radar destroyers out there, cheating in like that normally doesn't get you much because it's only 5 kilometers, and it forces you to cheat way too close in. You get drawn in, and you could pretty much die pretty quickly. But look at the rate of fire on the Vampire. It's really awesome. I like it a lot. Let me know what you think below in the comments below. I hope you got something out of this video. Watch the gameplay style, how it would play for you, what kind of gun reload, what kind of torpedo action shots there, how you would contest caps, and that's kind of what this video. I'll do a couple more with the Vampire, but again, like, subscribe, bell button if you want to help us get to our next goal of 500 subscribers, and appreciate all the support. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.